Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 21st. It's 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. I'm going to go set up this room real quick, then we'll get started with our session for today. All right, a couple more things here. That looks good. Solid. I think that's good. Let me send out this link real quick to you guys here in the premium. Then we can get started with our analysis today. All right, cool. All right, I'll give a few minutes for people to make their way in. All right, looks like people are joining right now. All right, guys, morning Kenny, morning Maddie, morning David, morning Peter, morning Nick, morning Stern, morning everybody. So today is Thursday, April 21st. It's 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up the liquidity real quick. I was looking here on the 10-minute. I actually took a couple V3s last night. I took 2 wins yesterday off of these 10-minute V3s. I didn't take them to full TP because I kind of chickened out. But they both hit full TP. So last night there was one right here. Actually, no, that wasn't the one. There was one that was right. I only took buys. So there was one right here. This hit full TP. I only took it for like not even the full 100 pips. I chickened out because it was moving too slow. And then another one right here. There's 2 of them that came up like back to back. I chickened out on both of them. So I only made like let's see, I made 560 off the other one, 260 off the other. So, I mean, this 10-minute V3 has been hitting, guys. It's like literally hitting every time. So as long as you trade with the bias. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been hitting. So, just a disclaimer, I didn't take a couple trades last night, just 2 trades. Total profit was about 800 total. I should have just let them run, but whatever. It is what it is. I was looking for another one right here, but there was no other V3 that came up. Market's going to open in 6 minutes. So nothing else here. Till market open. I'm going to go ahead and mark up the liquidity real quick though before we get to that point, so that we'll be ready when the market does actually open for today. So it looks like there's a lot of liquidity on the bottom. However, the bias is still pretty bullish, and I'll show you guys that shortly. The reason why I chickened out on the V3s last night also is because it was right at the session. So I was more so being careful than being scared. It was just, this is a bad area for me to be trading in. So that's why I can hold on to those trades fully. But let's go. All right, so we got that all set up right here. Let's see who else is here right now. All right, morning Slava. Good to see you here again. Morning Matthew, morning Maria, morning Marlon, morning Jez, morning Kenny, morning Solo, morning Alexander, morning Andreas, morning Mauricio, morning Anton. Gotcha. Anton said, by the way, we got a huge daily higher time frame demand up top. Yeah, let's keep an eye out for that. Hey, JJ, morning. Morning, Mace. Gotcha. Anton said, could tap all those wicks out, all the shorts that dump. Yeah, no, I can see that too. especially with all the liquidity. There's liquidity on both sides, so we can see the move happen either way. Hey, Brock, morning. Morning, Jessica. Morning, Talanji. Morning, Professor. Morning, Randy. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Matt. Morning, Sisuk. Morning, Aaron. Morning, Steven. Yes. The only trades I take now, guys, in Asia are 10-minute V3s. A lot of the times they're kind of, I would have to go for a 10-30 split because there's just the stop loss is too tight. But if you let them run fully, I mean, a lot of times they still run as long as you're taking them in the direction of the bias. Hey, Pat, morning. Morning, Dell. Morning, Emmanuel. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So it's 6:26 right now. Let me go ahead and mark up the liquidity over here on the clean chart real quick. And then we can get started with, with our analysis for this morning. Oops. All right. There. All right, so I got all of the liquidity here marked up on the clean chart. I think there was news as well at 5:30 today. It's unemployment news. So I'll mark this up. Right. Over there, pink news. Let me just check the news real quick. So we had unemployment Philly index at 5:30. We have news again at 7 and 7:30. Then we have Powell speaking at 8. Wow, there's a lot of news today. So it's going to be a pretty jam-packed day with news. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just be ready for it. So we got news at 7. We got news at 7:30. We got Powell speaking at 8. So we might see a bit of a choppy market today. Just FYI, guys, just keep in mind, we might see a choppy market today because Powell is speaking. So we're going to see a lot of manipulation as we get closer to 8 o'clock or just a flat market. So I just keep that in mind. I'm going to mark it up over here as well. News at 7, 7:30, and 8. All right, market is going to open in about a minute, guys. So morning, Fahad. Morning, David. Thanks, DJ. Yeah, DJ sent out the link for the screener. Just going to put it down right here, guys. There you go, guys. For the screener right there. All right, market is opening shortly in about 30 seconds. Just FYI, the bias today is bullish. Reason for that is because retail sentiment is currently 67% short. So we definitely want to look for some buys here. Fundamentals are also very bullish. So we're obviously looking for buys. However, you just want to be careful for manipulation here. So if we do look for the breakout, it's going to be a buy. If we see anything else, we're not going to be taking any sells. If we do see it, I'll mark it up for you guys, but I'm not going to be taking it. So currently right now we have a sell momentum. So in order to get a buy, we need there we go, that bullish push. We need a strong green candle with a down, that thing shooting to the moon. So there we go, as it shoots to the moon. It's doing exactly what we wanted. It's just happened a little too early. So if this does close right here, this is going to be, it's going to be a bit risky for us to, Biden's speaking right now, it looks like. Thanks, Kenny. He's speaking in about 15 minutes. So we'll keep that in mind, but Biden is going to be speaking shortly. So you guys want to be very careful today. This is I would consider this a very, very risky day to be trading. Biden speaking today, then we have Powell speaking a little later as well. Damn, look at this candle. Look at that. Yeah, it's like 1,000 or 650 pips. Okay, so the wick here is too big. I wouldn't take the trade even if it does close. I for sure would not take this trade right here. Candle's way too big. All right, so I guess technically this would qualify as a breakout. I mean, it just depends on how you would choose it, right? Because the candle here is huge. Plus, I mean, the wick's not that big compared to the candle, but I would wait for it to pull back. So I would actually, we don't even have a buy signal there. It disappeared. So there's no breakout off this entry right here. Let me put the requirements so that you guys can follow along. So we still have a sell momentum here. We need a buy signal to close. So the first requirement is that you look for an entry after 630, which is right here. Next, you want to confirm the bias. Bias is bullish, so we're only looking for buys. Third, you want to confirm a bullish momentum. So we need a buy signal right here to close in order for us to have that requirement. If we don't have that requirement, then it's still going to be a sell for the breakout, which we're not going to take even if it does come up. Yeah, no buy signal yet. There we go with the buy signal. So let me see if I could try get in for like 100 pips or something here. Super choppy. Just trying to get in for me like 100 pips here if possible. Let me see if I could get in. All right. This thing's super volatile. Just trying to get in here, but just bouncing around too much. Where's my trade from yesterday? All right, so I got in for a quick, let's see if I get in for 100 pips real quick. This thing is super volatile right now. I'm about to just pull out of this. I'm pulling out. Sorry, guys, I had to pull out of that trade. Okay, so I got in for like a quick 100 pips. I could have hit my TP, but I got to pull out, guys. This thing's too volatile. If you guys want to take it, feel free to stay in it, but I'm not going to risk it. This thing is too, I don't want this to like all of a sudden just spike down because Biden is going to speak soon. I pulled out. It did hit my TP, but I had pulled out early. I was not playing that game today. This is yeah, this thing's moving way too quickly. The last thing you want to do is be in a trade. All of a sudden you're like right at your TP and then it just spikes down, right? This is, I've seen this pattern happen a lot of times where it'll get really close to your TP and then all of a sudden it just dumps. So if you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. If not, I would just pull out and profit, guys. It's just really up to you. If you want to put your stop loss in profit, I would advise you that you might run into some slippage. So even though you might move your stop loss in profit, if it moves down too fast, it's gonna miss your stop loss and it's gonna go below it. So just keep that in mind. Don't be surprised if like you have like a weird, if you have a loss, but you end up moving your stop loss in profit. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Anton said shorts are getting wrecked. Yeah, this is why you guys got to trade with a bias, guys. This is why I keep telling you guys, like, never trade against the bias, right? Because the thing is, we already knew we were going to take buys here because retail sentiment was 65% short. Fundamentals were very high. So we already knew if we saw buys here, we would take the buys. A lot of the shorts here, whoever was selling at this point, just like Anton says, literally getting wrecked because, man, it's just nuts. But I pulled out of this position. I'm no longer in it. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. Keep it at your own risk. But I advise that you guys move your stop loss and profit at the very least. Or if you're happy with your profits at the moment, pull out with profit because it's super uncertain what's going to happen right now in the market. Also, Biden's going to be speaking soon. So he's going to be delivering his remarks on the Russian-Ukraine war. Nothing good's going to come out of what Biden's going to speak, right? It's going to be bad because he's talking about the war. It's also going to be bad because it's just Biden in general. So there's a breakout. It's still currently running. I will follow it, but I don't recommend you guys, and you guys can see right here. This is exactly why I said to move stop loss and profit because here he goes. It comes back down. It's just a crazy market right now. And I already anticipated this to happen because it's just super uncertain. There's no clear direction. Matthew said that was a gross breakout. 100% it was. And I'm glad a lot of you guys did pull out. Hopefully all of you guys pulled out. Because if the thing is, if I'm pulling out of the position, guys, I probably anticipate something to be up, something like this, where the market's going to be super back and forth. I mean, not to mention that it can swing all the way back up. There's no reason for it not to come back up because everything is very bullish. However, you know, I'm not going to sit around and wait for that to happen. Nice, Jennifer. Jennifer's done for the day. Thanks, Sean. Definitely, no problem. Nick said I didn't even enter laugh at myself, wasn't moving correctly. But as you guys can see right here, everything is green. So there's no reason for it to be dropping. The only reason it would drop is because of manipulation, right? That's why I was telling you guys that you guys should pull out, because if you look here at the heat index, I mean, literally it's all green. So it's just a correction back to the downside because it was a big push to the upside. But I do think it's going to swing back up at some point. It's just going to, it's temporary drop to the bottom, you know, temporary push to the up and temporary drop to the bottom right here. So let me just scroll down a little bit. And I hate this website. It's like hard to scroll. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to close this over here, or I could leave it up for a little bit. But what I'm going to do, oh, there's another V3 coming up right here too for the 10-minute. Interesting. So I don't think I'll take this though. I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll take it yet. Let me see where the sessions are sitting. There's actually no sessions right there. See, we do have this right here. This might swing back up. As you can see right here on the 1 minute, I'm hoping all you guys pulled out because look what happened. It's exactly what we anticipated. So this is what I was talking about. If you get close to your TP and just swing all the way back down. So if you guys have profits, go ahead and send them in. I'll set in a screenshot of my profits as well, but I'm hoping that a lot of you guys pulled out of that position or at least followed my advice and moved your stop loss and profit because you'd have gotten caught in this nasty move right here. Price basically corrected over here. It shot up, corrected back down to open. I'll mark up the open price, which is right over here. And price is basically back to where it was before market open. So opening price is and was right over here. Let me draw some new high lows here. Got one right there, and I think that's it for right now. And price is dumping heavy. This is a good thing that you know, you guys are deciding to be a little bit careful because price is literally spiking back and forth to hit all the liquidity. Price spiked down initially to hit the liquidity right here. It spiked up, hit all the liquidity here, came back down, hit the liquidity right here. And I wouldn't be surprised if it swings all the way back up. Crazy market this morning, but I'm happy with my profit, so I'm good. Other than that, let's see, let's clean this up a little bit. But yeah, the volatility this morning is through the roof. Like if you just measure the movement that's happened in the past like 5 minutes or so. So prices moved about 1,360 pips within just, you know, not even that long, like a few minutes or so. In about like 4 minutes. All right, we got a lot of news today though. We got jam-packed news. So let me go over here real quick and check out Kenny's homie Biden over here. He's coming on in about 4 minutes. So Biden will be speaking 4 minutes. I'm not going to trade when he's speaking. We just have news all day today. We have Biden speaking right now. We have news right here at 6 or at 7 o'clock. We have news again here at 7:30, and we have news here at 8 o'clock with Powell speaking. So as you can see right here, price is pushing right back up. No surprise, it's exactly what we were anticipating, but not something that I'm going to play around with because Biden is likely to screw up the market. Let me scroll up real quick and see what else I missed. Let's see what we got right here. Nice, Rick is up 4K. Rick's, I'm gonna start taking my own back to open, right? What else did I miss here? Nice, nice. Yeah, B said caught 100 pips off the bounce off open. Lucky it pulled me out quick. Yeah, no, definitely. Nick said probably we'll see it come down to Asian New York sessions and reject. Yeah, I could see that too. We'll just have to wait for that confirmation right here as to where it, if it ends up staying above the opening price. But price is basically back to where it was on open. So market opened right here. And as you can see, price is just right back to where it was. It's like price never moved. All this kind of just was just noise. And then price came right back down to where it was on open. So this is why it's important that you guys identify where the opening price is, because you can see where the noise happens, right? You can see price was initially down here, then it spiked up, came back down, and it's back to where it was. Like it's literally like price never moved. It's like the last 10 minutes just didn't happen. Kind of just messed with people. And then now it's back to right here, and it's going to correct back to the upside because our bias is bullish. So the heat map over here is still very green. So that's why I still expect it to stay bullish for the rest of the day. Not for the entire day, but for our period here on the live, except for when Biden speaks. I mean, that can change things. He's speaking about 2 minutes, so be careful if you guys are in any positions or if you guys are deciding to take anything, because it needs to be risky to take any entries here, whether it be a buy or a sell. We also have news coming up right here at 7 o'clock. Nice work, Professor. Professor just passed his challenge, so big congrats to you. Another K2 member here passing their challenge. Let's see, Matthew said for the 5-minute B3, keeps throwing them back to back, though. Super risky. Yeah, I'd be careful, guys. Biden is going to speak right now, so I would sit out the market. I'll watch for entries here, and if I see something good, I'll let you guys know, but it's not one that I would, I'm not really inclined to take anything right now specifically. Until Biden is done speaking, or until things start to kind of smoothen out, because this is still moving pretty heavy. So there goes, price pushes back up to the upside. Yeah, just like Matthew said, there was a V3, or not, he said on the 5-minute, but there was one right here. There was, or technically no, actually, there was no pending buy signal. Yeah, same with this here. There was no pending buy signal because there's already a buy signal. So nothing off the 3-minute, nothing off the 5-minute. The only one that's pending right now would be the 10-minute right here. But this still has 5 minutes, still candle close. Other than that, let's see. I think everyone here, let me take a screenshot of my profits as well. I haven't taken these yet. So you guys will see from my profits for today so far, I didn't let any of them hit TP. So there's gonna be no green strips on mine. Trade psychology was not on 100 today. Not necessarily trade psychology, but I was just being careful because the obvious reasons why we just covered right now. It's just moving too crazy. All right, got that right there. That right there. F. Other MFF. So thankfully this week I haven't had any, the past 2 weeks haven't had any losses yet. It's just been consistent with a lot of these quality trades here. All right. So Post this up real quick over here. All right, guys. So back to the charts. Nothing here for us to take yet. I'm just mark up the liquidity rate or the high low. It's probably gonna get broken again, but let's mark it up. So here are my profits from that breakout. As I mentioned, I pulled out a bit early. So here's my main account right here. I locked in 770 off that, total profit of 1,483 today across this account. My copier over here for FTMO, I locked in 870. There was some slippage in my favor, locked in a total of 1,583 for the day. On that account, my MFF account over here, I locked in a total of 780 off that trade, locked in a total profit of 1,600. And then my MFF copier again right here, same thing, 1,600. Lastly, my TFF account over here, locked in a total of 1,250. So slippage worked heavily in my favor on this account, locked in a total profit of 2,100. So great work right there. I mean, it's about close to 10K in profit for the day so far. It's only 647. So solid. Other than that, price is pushing right back up just as we anticipated. You know, this is why you guys follow the bias. Don't take any sells, look for buys. Biden's going to start speaking soon. Thanks, Kenny, for always giving us the updates with the news. I had no idea he was going to be speaking today. And Kenny's got to be our news guy. This guy knows everything that's going on. Whenever there's SpaceX launching, whenever Pelosi's speaking, whenever Biden's speaking, like Kenny knows everything that's going on. Other than that, let's see. Maria said, day is full of news in Biden, so I better come back tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, so guys, if you guys are happy with your profits for today and you don't want to risk anything, I would recommend just sitting out the rest of the day. I know it's unfortunate. You guys want to keep trading and you guys woke up to trade today, but I didn't realize Biden was speaking this morning. Plus we have news like every 30 minutes. We got news at 7, we got news at 7:30, and then we have Powell, Jerome Powell speaking at 8 o'clock. So these are like two opposite ends. Biden usually makes price drop, Powell makes price go up. So you're going to have a lot of uncertainty in the market. So other than that, you know, it's just really up to your guys' preference. I'll be here on the live, so I'll still be looking for trades. I don't know if I'll be executing any actual trades myself. I'll let you guys know if I do. But for the most part, I think I'm going to be a bit careful. And, you know, I'm happy with my profits for today. I don't need to like squeeze anything else in. Like if you add all my profits up here for this morning, so this is how much I got today across all my accounts. It's not really necessary for me to keep trading. I mean, of course I would want to keep trading if I see something good, but you know, that's all that I'm not really too concerned about trading more. And here's like all of my accounts right here as well. Just to show you guys a screenshot of my copiers. So yeah, because see, Victor's asking, yeah, they're all on Social Trader. I don't trade these manually. That's too much work. But here's my Social Trader account. So basically, those are my profits for the day so far. For the week so far, I'm up 7,831 plus 8,086 plus 7,960 plus 7,860 plus 2,000. So this is how much I'm up for the week so far. You guys can see right here. These are all my accounts on the weekly. That's how much I'm up for the week. So, you know, it's all about consistency, guys. If you guys are focused on winning and not losing, you know, your profits will add up. So I don't even have to think about how much I'm going to be up at the end of the week. It's kind of just, you know, focusing on the trades and then seeing later how everything adds up. So 10-minute V3 did close right there, but it's just way too big of a move. I'll keep it marked up here, guys, but I'm not going to take it, obviously. See what we got over here. Sessions. There's no sessions up there. I will follow this on the 10-minute, but I'm not going to take any trades here. Especially because Biden's going to, where is Biden at, man? This guy takes forever to start. He was like scheduled to start at 6:45 and 6:50. This guy's late to everything. Whenever he has a scheduled meeting, he's like sometimes 30 minutes late, sometimes an hour late. C6 said he's shaking hands with the air. But I swear every time, see, I would have taken a buy here for at least 100 pips, but obviously I can't at this point because this guy is taking forever. I wouldn't risk it, guys. Like I wouldn't risk chasing anything over here right now because when Biden does come on, you could expect price to probably drop. It might not drop too much, but I do expect it to at least drop a little bit. Rick said Biden is proof all presidents are puppets except for Trump. I know, right? Solo said he needs to nap. Oh yeah, you guys are let me check real quick. Yeah, actually, guys, this is not going to be a V3 here because you can't have a momentum signal on the entry, like the candle that confirms. So unfortunately, this is not going to be a valid V3. Thanks, Charles, for confirming that. So yeah, it looks like we're kind of screwed either way. There's no entry for, I mean, there's no valid entry off this. I would still look on the 1 minute to see if I could find some sort of buy entry that comes up on here. But this this entry technically doesn't fit the requirements because if you guys look at the requirements here for the V3, there has to be a pending momentum, not a momentum on the actual candle. So unfortunately, no entry off this right here for the 10 minute. I will follow it, but there's no entry off it there. The 1 minute over here is breaking right through liquidity. Biden still hasn't gone to the podium yet. See if there's anything else over here real quick. See, question from Victor. Victor's asking, I'm trying to get a good idea how to. I just do all my accounts are 200K. Victor, I mean, if you're not confident, then you obviously want to do a smaller account. You know, that's not a problem with me. I already know I'm gonna do well, so I go for the max accounts. So, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do 100K and then you could merge them later on in the future, you can do that. You know, it doesn't make sense for me. I'm wasting time if I'm doing 100K accounts. I just go for the full account because I already know I'm going to pass it. Like, it just doesn't make sense for me personally. I mean, for everyone else, if you guys are not confident with like your trading yet, then yeah, go for the smaller accounts. But if you already know you're going to pass and you're going to do well, then, you know, you might as well just go for the biggest one. So you could do that, Victor. I mean, it's really up to you. It's all personal preference. I don't want to tempt you into getting the big account and you're not ready for it yet. But if you are ready, then there's no reason for you to delay. Because the thing is, if you do a challenge, you're not going to get paid for like, you know, a good 40 days minimum. So, or not even 40 days, maybe like 50 days. So yeah, Aaron said, bro, do 100K account. Maddie said 100K account is pretty comfortable. Then just copy 200K. Yeah. So I'd probably recommend you start with a smaller one first. And then if you feel really good after that one, then don't do like 600, like don't do like a whole bunch of a 200K accounts at once, right? That's like the worst idea possible. Like if you haven't passed one yet, guys, I see this happen with a lot of people. They get so excited and they want to do like, they want to max out all their accounts at once. So they got like 6 challenges running at once, and then they end up failing them all. I don't recommend anyone do that. I recommend you guys start with whatever you're comfortable with and just pass one challenge at a time. Like first pass one challenge and then maybe pass another one and get funded. And then once you do that, then you can start adding on, right? For me, even myself, I haven't maxed out I've maxed out the FTMO, but not my MFF. I only have 2 MFFs. I should probably just stack on a third one, but I don't know. Honestly, I have no excuse for why I haven't done that yet. I just never got around to it. I guess I'm kind of like, I'm content with like, because I mean, like the profits I'm making now, they're not small profits, right? Like, you know, adding this all up, this is not bad for a week. It's only Thursday. So I think I just don't want to over leverage my risk. MFF max is 600. FTMO is 400. MFF is 600. And TFF, the new one that I'm doing right now, is 400 as well. I think I have, I think I posted it here. So for my TFF over here, guys, let me see if I can find it. Where's my TFF at? I posted on Friday, I think. Oh, whenever I passed it, when was Friday? Friday was the 15th. Oh, we didn't trade on Friday. I forgot what day we traded on, but I did take a screenshot of, here, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, so this is a TFF I did. As you guys can see right here, there was an issue with my first account, so I had to do the challenge over again. But you can see right here, I had no problem, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I know I'm gonna win, so I did a 200K account, and I had no losses. Literally 200K, passed the challenge within less than a week. So all my days here are all green, all profit. These are all trades I took on the live too. So this is my, the challenge. So if you guys feel confident, you're not going to lose, then, it just wouldn't make sense to do anything smaller. But this is what my account looked like over here. Literally all wins. Not that bad. And the cool thing with TFF is they don't have a minimum day. So once you pass, they give you your verification. So yeah, I'm in the verification phase. Should probably be funded by next week. So I'll see how that goes. I'm not recommending them to you guys yet because I haven't gotten a payout from them. If once I do and it's smooth, then then maybe you guys could do it as well. But I'm only recommending FTMO. That's the only one I'm recommending to you guys because I've had no problems with them. Been using them for years now. MFF is like next up, and then TFF. If and when I get funded and they pay me. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Gala said all that green is beautiful. Yeah, I know it's nice. It's nice to see the consistency. And this is just me being transparent, right? Because I only took these trades on the live. This is literally only live session with you guys. And we don't lose trades, right? I show you guys here. These are the dates from the 12th up until the 19th, all green, literally no losses. So it's all about consistency. A lot of these I took only one trade a day, like 1,000 profit. That's like one trade, and it adds up. So that's just damn. Biden's still not at the podium. He was supposed to be here like 15 minutes ago. I could have traded, but it's all good. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else here. I mean, there's nothing else here for me to really. There's news coming up at 7. So let's see. Yeah, so we got news coming up at 7. Biden still hasn't started speaking. We'll see what happened shortly. What happened to the news price here? I did have it open earlier. News was here at 5:30. Yeah, other than that, there's not really much here. Let me go down the chat real quick and see if I'm missing anything. Peter said, Sean, ask yourself, do you want the R8 or do you want the R8 and 720 stack those accounts? Boy, yeah, I know for sure. I'm gonna have to at some point. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna start a new MFF soon. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm just like too busy with a lot of other things. I'm starting this mentorship for like real estate investing. I'm gonna do like some burgers here in California. So I'm gonna start that thing next week. I'm just too busy with other things, guys. So I haven't really been focused on the trading. Well, I have been focused on the trading. I only trade with you guys from 6 to 8, and that's about it. Once we're done with the live, I'm like done for the day with trading. I'm doing like other stuff. I'm doing like real estate investing, looking for properties and stuff like that. So I'm not really looking at anything trading. But definitely I should probably max out my MFF and then do another TFF once I get paid out from there. Let's see, E8. Yeah, I heard of E8 too, but I heard a lot of good and bad things about E8, so I haven't really messed with them. There's a low right there. Miles said, what made you decide to go with TFF? That was like the next best option, Miles. I'm maxed out with FTMO, so I can't get any more FTMOs. I probably could have maxed out my MFF, but TFF is one that some of our members here have used and they've gotten payouts consistently. So that's why I decided to try them out. But I can't recommend them yet until I have, until I've gotten funded and paid out by them, which hopefully will happen by next week. B's asking, how many accounts have you blown, Sean? Be honest. Well, in the beginning, I blew a lot of accounts. Obviously, it's like everyone else, right? You're not an amazing trader right at the beginning. In the beginning, I did lose a lot of money, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, probably my first 2 to 4 years, I probably lost close to like 40K in like live accounts. That's before funding came out. I lost a lot of money my first couple of years because I never paid for a course and I never had a mentor. I just learned everything on my own. But I think that worked to my advantage because now I know how to do everything, right? Like I know how to do everything myself. Like I don't have to ask somebody like, how do you do this? How do you do that? I've already figured out how to do everything on my own. So just a lot of trial and error, but it made me more well-rounded with trading. So I did lose, like people do lose and I do lose sometimes too. I just don't lose. I barely lose now because I have a system in place. Like I know what to look for. I have a bias. I trade with the strategies, so I don't usually lose because I only take quality trades. But in the beginning, I did lose a lot of money. Everyone does at some point, whether someone admits it to you or not. Everyone's lost a lot of money from trading in the beginning. I mean, you guys have an upper hand here because you guys have me. I give you guys pretty much gave you guys a head start to trading, right? Because for me, I didn't have that. But for you guys, I have mentoring sessions every week. So I pretty much give you guys all the knowledge that you guys need to succeed in this. So hopefully for you guys don't go down that same rabbit hole and you guys are more consistent early on than I was, but paid off. It's glad I never gave up. So let me see if I scroll down over here, see anything else. Addie said, does FTMO add extra day to the challenge if there's a holiday? Sometimes they do. You have to message their support, but they already have an option where they'll extend your account if you're in profit at the end of your challenge and not at your profit goal. B said, what mentorship program are you doing? Hope it's not Grant Cardone. No, it's not Grant. It's one of the more local guys. His name is Thatch. You guys have probably seen him on Instagram. He's like this older Asian guy. He drives like a Bentley Flying Spur, like this blacked out Bentley. He's always like preaching about like burst strategies and stuff like that. So he seems a little more more level. I wouldn't do real estate through Grant. I've done mentorship through Grant before. Not for real estate though. It's just for like pretty much mindset and focus. Manny Cushman, yeah, Manny's cool. His office is right next to where I live. I actually live right next to Manny. I see him all the time. I see him in his white Rolls Royce. Well, this is the one that his wife drives, and his Bugatti. He lives like down the street from me. Like his office is like right there. So I see him like almost every day when I go to the gym. I wouldn't do his mentorship because he does commercial real estate. I don't really want to get into commercial. I want to do like apartment buildings and single family. All right, so looking for trades here, guys. I know we're going off topic, but there's just nothing for us to take at the moment. So not that I'm not paying attention to the chart. There's just nothing for us to take at the moment. This 10-minute here isn't even a valid entry. So I'm going to avoid that right now. There's nothing off the 5, nothing off the 3, nothing off the 1. We're kind of just waiting for something to happen here. Looks like Biden is now speaking.
The resolve that they're showing, not just their military, but the average citizen, men and women, young.
All right, whatever, Biden. It's probably why price dumped right here. So we probably expect price to drop for a bit. I wouldn't recommend trading right now, guys. I'd wait for him to be done speaking. It looks like he's going to speak for a while, maybe for like not that long. I think maybe for the next 20 minutes or so. I don't think he's gonna answer any questions. He's just gonna make his remarks and then he'll be done. So, and you can see prices dumping right here. So I'd be careful with taking any trades at the moment. Thanks, Alexander, for confirming. I saw you just started a few minutes ago. Yeah, no, exactly. Swally said, yeah, Manny's an OC as well. Does mainly commercial. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, commercial is big money. The only problem is with COVID, it's kind of thrown it off a bit because a lot of people are working from home now. A lot of people, there's a lot of empty office space here in Orange County. So I know that I know a lot of people are hurting because people aren't renting out office space anymore. So commercial is kind of hectic. Just depends on like where you get it. If you buy like a strip mall, maybe better, but if you're getting like office buildings, not so much. Nice, nice. Damn, for real, Maddie? Got caught in that, huh? It's all good. We'll bounce back. Professor said calling it a day. Thanks for all that you do. Definitely, Professor. Glad to see that you passed your challenge. So big congrats to you on that. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna chill for now. Let me see what other profits we got here. I don't think I even looked at everyone's profits. So let me just update this real quick. Profit off that K2 US30 breakout. Partial move on live. So I got super sidetracked. I didn't even look at everyone's profits today yet. So this is mine. So this is pretty solid right here. Let me just copy this over real quick. Let me see what everyone else locked in as well. If you guys have profit to share, go ahead and send them in, and then take a look at everybody's profits. All right, solid. So let me scroll up real quick. So looks like Maria over here locked in a total of 685 off that breakout earlier. Great work, Maria. Kenny over here locked in a total of 1,596. Nice work, Kenny. Mark over here locked in a total of 5,105. Nice work. Looks like he moved his stop loss and profit and just chased it up. Great work, Mark. Dell over here as well, locked in a total of 1,111. Nice. All wins right there. Pretty solid profit right there, guys. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Going down over here. Yeah, Dell locked in 421 off this account. Matthew locked in a total of 928, moved to stop loss and profit, smart move. Cisic over here locked in 3,000 off this account, straight TPs right there. And then his second account, 3,756. Nice work, Cisic. Scotty locked in a total of 277. Nice work, Scotty. Kenny over here locked in a total of 1,596. I think we got that already. Sam over here locked in a total of 436. Nice work, Sam. Rick over here, man, look at Rick. Straight wins, full TPs, or not full TPs, but stop loss and profit for all of them. Total of 4,778. Super good consistency right there, Rick. Nice. Rick just bought a new challenge, waiting for his funded account to be set up. Dell over here currently up 775 off this account. Scroll down further. Dell again currently at 1,470. His other account, 1,642. It's the same account actually. He said, I'm really done now. So nice work, Dell. And JJ over here, his first FTMO locked in 1,116. And then his second account locked in 1,107. Nice work, guys. Dave over here as well. He's playing around with his copy here, locked in a total of 765. Nice work, Dave. And as you guys can see, this is all different people in the group. Alexander over here as well. Nice work, Alexander. Looks like you had an accident off this. I saw your lot size was off, but total profit of 253 for the day. 290 off that trade earlier for the breakout. So great work right there, Alexander. And here is his, oh, you're almost done. So you're almost done with your FTMO. You just need you need like $2 or no, you need about like, so 698, you need about 302. So you need like one more trade, Alexander, and you're good. One more trade, and we have another K2 member here just passed their FTMO. Nice work. That's pretty solid. You just joined us too, like last week. So really good consistency there with your trading. You know, it's all about consistency, guys. I can't stress that enough for you guys. It's literally all about consistency. If you guys can do that, yeah, I know it's your. I can tell because it says 5 days here. So this is your trial, which is good because the thing is, people still fail trials all the time. So to see you join K2 like, you know, within a week and just follow us here on the live and pass, that's pretty amazing. So nice work, Alexander, and good luck on your challenge when you do the next one, the actual challenge. Maddie over here locking a total of 225. Nice work, Maddie. Rashid over here, she said made a mistake with selling profit. So she made a mistake right here. It looks like you might have maybe you didn't pull out for that or you're kind of dipping in this trade a couple times, which is all good. It happens, but you're still in profit. You recovered off that loss right there and profit a total of 450. So nice work, Rashida. Good work on the recovery right there. But I know you were kind of tempted. I could see your trades here. You were kind of just double dipping in every trip into the move. Every time it spiked up and down, it spiked down, spiked up, you entered buys here because you had one here at 630, 632, a few seconds later, a few more seconds later. And then this is where you got caught. It was like towards the end when price was coming back down, which happens. It's all good, but definitely good work on your recovery there. See, Eunice over here locking a total of 104. Nice work, Eunice. This one right here, 104 as well, with the second account. Oh, these are all different accounts. Okay, so Eunice here, he has 3 accounts. So he has one account here, he locked in 104. This is a second account, 104 too. He just has his copier. So great work right there, Eunice. You know, altogether, you're up about well over 300. So nice work, Eunice. Zildjian over here as well, locked in a total of 635. So nice work right there, Zildjian. Emilzon over here locked in a total of 1,610. Damn, you guys are like all killed it today. I didn't realize this many people had profit this year. Joshua over here, took a small little trade, locked in a total of 267. So nice work right there, Joshua. Yeah, your MT4 is acting up, so it's all good as long as you made profit off that move. All right, let me take a look at the charts again real quick before we continue. I think Biden is still speaking, so it's not like we're going to take anything anyways, but let's see if there's anything for us to identify here. Nothing off the 10, nothing off the 5, nothing off the 3, nothing off the 1. Biden is still speaking, so still
their
nothing for us to
economy and
take.
their ability to move forward. So the most important thing right now is maintain the unity. So far, so good. Thank you very much.
How much money are you going to ask for in the supplemental? How much money in supplemental?
Yeah, he turned real quick. He was like, yeah, I'm out. He said his last word, just turned, like, did a quick quick 180 real quick, dipped out of there. All right, so he's done speaking. That's kind of us. And then here we go. Price is now pushing back up. All right, cool. Biden's done. So price is now pushing back up right here. But he did a quick 180 and just bounced out of there. Good thing. All right, other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Someone said walking corpse. Oh, that's funny. Oh, gotcha, Maddie. The 12K you're talking about was in the past. Marlon said, how long has TFF been around? Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't, I have like no details on TFF. So that's why I haven't really like recommended them to people. My main concern is that they pay out, right? That's the main thing. So I heard they do pay out and but what I heard from other people is that they're not, they're probably not going to be sustainable because they make it too easy to pass. So like the problem is if they make it too easy to pass because they don't have a minimum trading day, their profit gold thing is a lot less. I think it's like 8% for the it's like MFF, but I don't know, just everyone that I know that who uses them and they make a lot of profit off them, they're getting paid out now. But we're not trying to tell too many people about it because, you know, the thing is, if there's too many people doing well, like if everyone joined TFF, if everyone in K2 joined and did really well, and they wouldn't be able to pay everybody out, they get screwed just like Funding Talent did, you know, a couple years back. If you guys remember Funding Talent, like everyone in K2 joined Funding Talent and we all passed challenges like within a couple of days because they had no requirement as well. They ended up going out of business. So, you know, it's not to say that it was just us that was doing really well, but our group in general was doing pretty well when Funding Talent wasn't able to pay people out. I mean, I got scammed by them heavy. They didn't pay me out. They also didn't give me my refund. So I kind of just got screwed in the hole by them. Anyways, back to the charts here. Prices back into a range. It's okay, but we're going to be looking for a price to push to the upside and provide some entries so that we can maybe slip into some moves here before the news event at 7:30 over here. So yeah, Marlon, short answer to your question is I don't know how long they've been around. I don't think they've been around for too long though. Maybe less than a year or maybe just a year. Yeah, I'll text you later, Aaron. I have the meeting on Friday. I'm just wondering how much is it, but I mean, it's not really gonna matter how much it is. It's just, I think Touch is like pretty legit though. That's why I want to use him. Let's see. Nice. Rick said I'm only 900 away from passing my new challenge. Damn. Pass your challenge in one day, huh, Rick? Just look for that next buy if you can find one. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would be kind of tempted to enter a high-low scalp over here if we do get one. The only problem is that it's right at news price, so I don't know if I would take it. Yeah, I would have to cut into news price right there, unfortunately. Yeah. But I'll keep looking, guys. So there's one possible entry that could come up here, which would be a high-low scalp if price breaks and closes this line right here, past this line. But I still find it to be a bit risky because there's a news price right there. So I don't know if I would necessarily hop into that. I just saw your guys' messages regarding Biden over here. Rick said Biden had kids to sniff. Oh man. Cece's asking when is Jay Powell? Jerome Powell speaking at 8 o'clock today, guys. So if you guys are not familiar with Jerome Powell, he's like the head of Treasury. So when he speaks, usually price goes up. He's speaking at 8, so we'll be done with our live by then. I don't think he's gonna, you know, there's not gonna be much movement till then. So here's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, price will just keep ranging between this area until 8. You know, my rule is that I don't trade after 8, but if you guys do trade after 8, Powell's going to be speaking, so you can expect price to probably go up when he speaks, which is going to be in the direction of the bias. Retail sentiment is still 68% short, so we're definitely looking for buys. Looking over here at the fundamentals, fundamentals are currently up 251 points, so very green right there. Looking over here at the stock index, everything here is pretty much green. Looking over here at the heat map, everything here is also very green as I'd assume. Yeah, there's a couple stocks here. Procter & Gamble are down, or they're up now actually. It's going to turn green soon. United Health Group is down 2 points, but I mean, it's not a huge difference, right? Looking at everything here though, it's like very green overall. So yeah, you guys can see it just doesn't make sense for price to keep dropping. Price will swing back up eventually. So I wouldn't take any sells right now. I'd wait for it to swing back up. Price might bounce off opening price here and it just might make its way, you know, right back up. And there you go. It did exactly that. Bounced right off the opening price and just created a bigger range. Other than that, let me scroll down real quick. Yeah, no problem, Marlon. Yeah, Henry, that's what I was talking about earlier. Oh, you've done it, Aaron? Okay, cool. Perfect. I should have hit you up first. I'm just doing the discovery call on Friday, but yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it. Purity, I can't go over liquidity right now. If you want, cause I went over it in the last mentoring session, Purity. So we can't go over like detailed questions like that on the live. So if you want to go over liquidity, just go watch the mentoring session from yesterday, because I know you asked a question there as well. And I went over it like super in detail. I'm not sure if it was still confusing to you or if you still need more help on it, but I can't go over it right now because it's just, we're trading right now. So if you go to the YouTube channel, Purity, just go to videos here. And I gave you guys pretty detailed analysis and explanation as to like how liquidity is drawn, how is it used, etc. Right? So just go to this video here and just rewatch the entire thing. You know, I was on this mentoring session for like 3 hours with you guys because we went over that stuff like super in detail. So it should have made sense. I don't know if there's still a confusion for you there, but if you want to go check it out, go ahead. If anything, we'll go over that again in the next mentoring session, but I can't do that right here. It's just, there's too much stuff to cover. And I'm not going to, take away attention from the actual trades to explain liquidity during the live sessions. So if you guys have any questions like that, like really deep, like questions that we need to deep dive into, save those for the mentoring sessions, guys, because, you know, if we do something like that here on the live, it's going to upset a lot of other people here because we're actually looking to trade here, not to teach, because this isn't meant for teaching. This is for actual just trading. Just heads up, guys, if you guys are not aware of that. So other than that, let me scroll down a little bit and see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Peter said Rick went from blowing accounts to passing challenges in one day. Good job, bro. Yeah, no, definitely. Miles said, Sean, you're a lawyer, should sue them. So the thing with funding talent is that they went out of business, so they don't really have money. So the thing is, if you sue a company with no money, you're wasting money because you got to file these lawsuits, but you're not going to get any money back. So I feel like that's like a big misconception with a lot of people sometimes is, you know, it's like if you get in a car accident with a homeless person, you're not going to sue a homeless person because you're not going to get any money out of him and he probably doesn't have insurance. So it was just a bad situation for me, unfortunately, with funding talent. But, you know, you can't just sue everybody. I know it seems like that's what people do. They just sue everybody and get money. But if you're suing somebody that doesn't have money, then you're just kind of wasting your own money, your own time doing that. They're also based in Canada, like what Peter said. So it's such a hectic thing to get across over there, and not to get across over there, but to file a suit between US and Canada. Other than that, see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I missed here. I don't think I went over everyone's profits. Charles over here locked in a total of 255. Nice work, Charles. His other account locked in 535. Nice work. He let that one hit CP. You can see the green strip right there. So nice work on that, Charles. Marlon over here. Nice. Marlon actually trusted the breakout earlier. She let it run to full TP. You can see the green strip, locked in a total of 1,290. So nice work, Marlon. Vincent over here as well took a breakout earlier, locked in a total of 550. So nice work right there too, Vincent. Steven over here as well. And Steven is on fire. Hey, Steven, I'll come back and read your message here later. But today, Steven locked in a total of 1,275. He kind of triple dipped into this trade and locked in a bit more profit. So nice work, Steven. He made 1,200 today. He made 1,045 yesterday. 1,182 the day before that, 1,055 the day before that. So he's hitting his goals every single day. He's hitting over 1,000. So Steven's up like 4K this week so far. Super good consistency right there. David over here locked in a total of 899. Nice work, David. Other than that, Surin over here locked in a total of 1,718. So nice work, Surin. Maddie over here as well, locking a total of 435 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. All right, guys, you guys are all doing pretty solid so far. I see your message right there, Jermaine. I'll message you later to see what we can do about that. So just FYI, guys, a lot of people keep asking me for like one-on-one mentorships. I don't do one-on-one mentorships anymore. You know, I just don't have the patience or the time to teach someone one-on-one anymore. The problem is that I guess you could say I got fed up because I would waste a lot of time teaching people one-on-one, and people are just super ungrateful, right? So the thing is, not everybody, but I just felt like I was wasting my time a lot with doing one-on-ones with people. So there's no point in teaching someone one-on-one if they don't really want to learn. So I don't do one-on-one mentorships anymore. That's the main reason why I stopped. Because if you guys remembered in the past, I did mentorships one-on-one, and I would have mentoring sessions like literally all day, every day. And I feel like it was a waste. So I don't do those anymore. So if you guys are asking for one-on-one mentorships, there's some instances where I'll do it. But it's not going to be cheap because you guys are basically buying my time, right? So just, FYI, because the thing is, I really don't want to do one-on-one mentorships. So, in order for you to really convince me to do it, it's going to have to be worth my time. But I still do the group mentoring session. So if you guys are missing the group mentoring sessions and you're asking for one-on-one, I don't know what to tell you guys, right? I already give you guys the opportunity to be mentored. But if you guys can't make it to the, or you're not making the effort to make it to the group mentoring ships, the one-on-ones are definitely not going to be up for discussion. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm covering real quick. Barack over here locked in, or let me scroll up real quick. Kevin over here. Nice work, Kevin. Kevin locked in a total of 294. Barack over here locked in, or he didn't lock in anything. What happened to you, Barack? Clouded day here. I'm catching back up. Traded Asia, messed up big time, broke my rules. Terrible feeling, clearly missed. Clearly, I need to stick to US30 on session open. I always mess up off. Oh, I see. So it looks like you took, all your losses here were not even US30. Well, some of them were, but not. It's all good. At least it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse, Brock. So it's all good. Just take this with a grain of salt and understand that in the future, maybe as you just mentioned yourself, just stick to our trades here off the live, because you can see all your losses here happen during Asia session. This is all Asia. Your trades here in the morning, you made 1,592 and $15 and 480. So if you just traded this morning, you would have been in profit 2,000, but it's okay. It happens and you'll bounce back. All right, so no entries off here. Price is still bouncing off the opening price right here. We have news coming up in about 2 minutes, so I'm not looking to take any trades, but even if we did, there's no entries to take at the moment. Scroll up real quick. Yeah, no, exactly. Maddie said no point in teaching people if they're not going to listen to you. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because I want to help everybody, but realistically, a lot of people don't want to learn, right? They kind of just want to have their hand held, but they still don't want to listen. Josh said, Sean, do you have any recommendations for companies to deposit your own cash or own cash and trade aside from challenges? You can use TD Ameritrade. That's the one that I used for myself. That's like one of the bigger companies, TD Ameritrade. You have to trade the actual future though. It's the same thing. It's just a different symbol. I think it's like YM or MYM. That's what you would trade on TD Ameritrade. You would have to have a lot of funds though. So just keep in mind, if you guys want to trade regulated, you guys have to have a lot of funds. The margin is really high, especially on a cash account. So you're going to need like upwards to 5,000-10,000 around there. You can use that. If you want to trade directly on TradingView, you can use TradeStation. So TradeStation is one of them as well. I don't know what their minimum is on there, but I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty high as well, because you're going to be trading contracts. So like basically your lowest lot size can be like a 1 lot. Unless you trade MYM, which is the mini. I don't know if there's a micro for it, but either way, you're going to be trading like either a mini lot minimum or a standard lot minimum. If you trade YM is the standard, MYM is the mini. Yeah, no, definitely. Henry said your group mentoring session is the best because you might not ask a question if you were on a one-on-one. Yeah, no, definitely, Henry. And that's why I like the group mentoring sessions because the problem is a lot of people are kind of nervous and scared to ask questions. So when we're in the group setting, someone else will ask a question that someone else probably has, and it's just beneficial for everybody else. So news right here at 7 o'clock, guys. I'm going to mark up news price. We have news price right here, news price right here. Where did this line come from? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, this one right here. Okay, 7 o'clock. So there was news there, news this morning, and news right now. Let me check the news real quick. I mean, the news wouldn't really matter because we're still looking for buys anyways. But the news this morning at 7:30 was, it was negative. So some negative news, price might drop a little bit and swing back up. The news isn't really going to affect our buys today because our buys is so strong. Retail sentiment is currently 67% short. Fundamentals are currently up 244 points. Looking over here at the heat map, refreshing this right here. Heat map is completely green. So I'm definitely looking for some buys here. So regardless as to what the news gives, I'm just going to ignore the movement. And you can see right here, price is correcting back to the upside. It's just going to be a matter of, time until price does break out of this range right here. Price is ranging. And eventually it'll break out to the upside or to the downside. My guess is it's to the upside, but it might not be, a very smooth push initially. So let me scroll down real quick, see what else I'm missing. Damn, that's crazy. Josh said he deposited 10K into an unregulated account and took over a year to get most deposits out. That's crazy. Yeah, for me, when I was trading with Hugo's way, I would withdraw whenever I went over a certain amount. So I didn't put too much money in the account. And then whenever I went over like 5K, I would just withdraw so that I wouldn't have that same problem. I feel like if you try to make a big withdrawal at once, they take forever to pay you out. Or if you try to take everything out, you kind of get screwed. Yeah, Rick, you should probably just step off and just come back tomorrow. You don't have to pass the one day. You still have 10 days to count. So even if you did pass today, you wouldn't get your verifications for another 9 days. So I would just sit out, Rick, and then take a couple more scalps in the next couple of days, then you get to where you need to be. Let me see this real quick. Damn it. I would have taken this high-low scalp here, but it didn't close above it, and it did touch it, so it kind of invalidated this move. So there's no entry off this right here. If this closed above this line right here, this would have been actually, no, it wouldn't, because there's only 1, 2, 3. Yeah, fortunately not. I'll keep watching it though, because if price does push above here, damn, there's going to be another news price right there. So even if price does close above here, it'll be another high low, but your TP is going to cut into the news price right there. Yeah, either way, we're screwed. So fortunately, no entry off the 1, nothing off the 3, nothing off the 5, nothing off the 10. Yeah, there's just nothing for us to take right now. No problem, Josh. Fahad said, Sean's going to start charging 100 pips a minute at 10 lots for his mentorship, right? Brock said, plus in the group mentorship, someone will ask a question about something that you thought you knew and realize the question saved you too. You get lots of ideas from the group mentorship. Yeah, no, definitely 100%. Yeah. Alexander said, Fahad didn't count the copies, right? Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Let me check what I got here from Kenny. What did Kenny send me? Oh, damn, Yellen is speaking right now too. All right, guys, you want to be careful because Powell is going to be speaking and Yellen is going to be speaking as well. So if you guys are familiar with who Yellen is, she usually makes price drop because she's all about regulation. Powell's the opposite. Powell's kind of like the easy going guy. He's kind of about positivity and stuff like that. So the thing with Powell, when Powell speaks, it's going to be positive for the market, but then Yellen is going to be speaking as well, which is going to be negative for the market. So you're going to get a back and forth movement, right? Powell will say something good, price goes up. Yellen says something bad, price goes down. I think today is probably just going to be a really bad day to trade after 8. So if you guys don't see anything come up anytime soon, then I would recommend to just sit out the market for the rest of the day. If you guys want to trade, feel free at your own risk, but I'm going to give you guys as much warning as possible. And thanks, Kenny, for sending that, because I didn't know Yellen was going to be speaking today. I thought it's just Powell because he's the only one on the calendar. So it says that Powell's speaking here, and then he's going to speak again at 10. So Powell will speak here at 8. Yellen is going to speak around the same time, and then he's going to speak again later at 10 o'clock. So I think they're going to switch off. Powell will speak, then Yellen will speak, then Powell will speak again. I'm surprised they don't have Yellen on here because she's just as big as Powell. They're both important speakers. They don't even have it here on my FX book either. That would have screwed a lot of people, because people would have just bought when Powell spoke here, and then when Yellen would speak, price would go down. People wouldn't know because it's not on here. So thanks, big thanks to Kenny for letting us know. It's a big heads up because I had no idea she was speaking today. Yeah, Maddie said the one time there's no sessions around, there's hella news and there's just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, no, I agree. It sucks that today would have been a good day if there wasn't all this news going on, because it's so far from the sessions, right? The sessions are like way down here. So we wouldn't have that problem with price bouncing off the sessions because they're all down here. Unfortunately, there's so much news today that we can't even take trades because the news price acts as sessions as well. So it's like, even if we don't get screwed by the sessions, we're getting screwed by the news price up here, which are these pink horizontal lines. Randy said, I'm done for the day, Sean. See you tomorrow. Definitely, Randy. We'll see you tomorrow. C-Sook's out too. Peter said, Yellen always messing shit up. Rick said, Yellen is a hot piece of ass. Yeah, no, definitely, Nick. Nick said he's done for the day. No profits, but also no losses. Great day. Fahad's done too. Yeah, definitely, Fahad. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, and just like C-Sook said, we're still awaiting the next interest rate hike, which is probably going to happen this month, maybe this week or next week, if not, early next month. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the economic news here in the US. A lot of people not that people have forgotten about the war going on in Ukraine, but a lot of people aren't really paying attention to that, now that taxes are done and interest rates are going to go back up. So, other than that, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I can answer whatever question you guys have now. Looks like everybody's heading out. All right, Maddie, I'll see you tomorrow too. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, it looks like we might be done trading for the day. There's nothing for us to take at the moment. Even if we were to get some trades at this time, we wouldn't be able to take most of them because there's a lot of areas here where we wouldn't trade at. Like we wouldn't trade at opening price. We wouldn't trade at news price. And then there's more news price right here. So price is kind of just bouncing around this area right here. These are two bad areas to be trading in. Also, we have Treasury Secretary Yellen speaking, plus Powell. This is Jerome Powell right here speaking in about 20 minutes. So I don't think there's going to be enough time between now and then for us to catch something here to take. Obviously, there's nothing here really to even look at. Everything's kind of just bouncing back and forth. Yeah, no, exactly. Maddie said not worth waiting to get a super risky entry and then forcing it, which I agree as well. So I'll sit around for a little bit, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I can answer whatever you guys need help with. Purity, I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, I can answer your question about the liquidity now. If not, you can go back and watch the mentoring session from Tuesday, I believe, because we went pretty detailed there. If that's still confusing to you, maybe tell me what's confusing you so that I can kind of explain it better. Because I felt like that explanation was really deep, is very detailed, and it should have been good because everyone else got it. But if there's something else that there's still like, confusing for you, then just let me know, because I'm here to help you guys out. Whatever you guys need help with trading, I'm here to really help you guys understand. The problem is I can't help you guys understand unless you guys give me hints as to like what's confusing you. So I'll hang around for a bit. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If there's anything that you guys are confused with, feel free to let me know. But just a reminder, if you guys missed the mentoring session from this week, we covered almost everything in this session. So if you guys go to the session here, I covered every single K2 indicator. I covered how they're used. I covered different strategies. I covered all the variations. I covered all the new strategies, all the high lows. I covered everything. I was on this for almost like 3 hours, going over everything. So if you guys haven't watched it, this will be really useful for you guys here. So, okay, Purity, you're here. Can you tell me like, what are you confused about with the liquidity? Purity said, I was on with my little one, so I'll just go back. Yeah, I think that'll be useful, Purity, because the thing is, I'm going to be explaining the same exact thing I did there. And I think your main thing is you have to actually go and watch the videos, right? Because, last time we discussed, you said you haven't watched any of the videos. The only way to understand how to do anything is to watch the videos. So I would recommend going back and watching the mentoring session. And then if you still have confusion, give me a more specific question, right? Like I need to know, like, what are you confused with so that I can cater my explanation to you. Because it's not that difficult. Like liquidity it's literally, you're just drawing lines, right? Like there's liquidity. And if you go back and watch the video, because the thing is, when we had the mentoring session, you told me that you understood it. So that's why I kind of thought you understood it. But if you need help with it more, I need a more specific question. Like, what are you confused with? What do you need help with? Because I can help you. It's just, you got to ask me the right questions, because this is such a broad topic where I can't just tell you, okay, I can't like assume, this is what you're confused with when it really isn't. So yeah, just go back and watch that, Purity. And then I would recommend at the next mentoring session, come in with like some real questions, not just, oh, what's liquidity? How's liquidity? You got to tell me what you're actually confused with, because it's going to be the same explanation in the other videos, unless you, you become a little more specific with your questions. But yeah, other than that, Rami said, hey, Sean, how would you determine bias during Asia? Same thing. So during Asia, you use the same thing. The IG sentiment doesn't stop, it's still on. So use the IG sentiment and then use the futures data. So nothing here changes. I mean, the daily here closes because the market does close, but the futures are still open, and the IG sentiment is still on too. So nothing really changes. The market's just going to be very slow, but it's, yeah, it would be futures because the market is closed. So, I mean, if you go over here to CNBC, if you go to pre-market, so the market's US right now, right? So that's why US right here is set. These are all the US markets that are opening. If you go to pre-market, this is going to be futures, because this is open pretty much all day, but it doesn't move as fast because it's not during those sessions. So that's how you would find it, Rami. But it's the same thing. It's just looking at the futures as well. Hey, Purity, I think you should just go back and watch the video, because I did explain liquidity. Because you said I explained momentum. I did explain momentum indicator, but you also asked about liquidity. So I think you should go back and like watch the entire video. I know it's a long video, but you did ask the question there regarding a lot of things, because I don't have the transcript of the chat, but I do remember you had like the most questions, and I answered all of your questions there. So I would recommend just go back and watch the video. And then if you do come back with questions, come back with some real questions. Don't just come back with, oh, what's liquidity? You got to tell me, okay, this is what I'm confused with. so I can actually tell you exactly what to do to understand it, right? Because it's not a complicated concept. It's very simple. You're literally just drawing lines, and then that's liquidity. But if there's something specific, you need to let me know, because I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're confused with. I don't know what you're lost with. I need to know what you need help with, so that I can give you some actual advice to help you understand it better. So other than that, question from Alexander. Alexander is asking, based on what I learned this week, if you have a 100K account, it would be wise to trade 5 lots due to risk to reward ratio. Stop loss being, you could use that, Alexander. I don't know if that's like, it just depends on the strategy. But yeah, if your stop loss is gonna be 500 pips, then it would be, a 5 lot would be solid for you. That'd be a 2.5 risk. A 10 lot's way too big for a 100K account. That's what I use, and I'm on a 200K account. So let's see. Yeah. So sorry, I just jumped ahead of your question. So yeah, for a 100K account, if your stop loss is 500 pips, then a 5 lot would be the max. You shouldn't use anything above five lots. If you're on a 200K account, you can use a 10 lot for a 500 pip stop loss. If anything is bigger than that, you should lower your lot size, because it's about a 2.5% risk with a 500 pip stop loss. If you have a smaller stop loss, then that's cool. You can keep using a 10 lot, but it's going to really depend on how wide your stop loss is. Other than that, I think that might be it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. If you guys have questions right now, put them in the chat. But other than that, we'll be back tomorrow for the next live session. So Puri, if you can come back tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, with some more particular questions, I can help you with that. But I'll try to even look myself. I'll try to find the video there, but I feel like you haven't watched the videos really, because the videos are pretty self-explanatory, right? Everything is explained there in detail. And if you missed, so here, this is what I would recommend you do, Purity. Because the thing is, I can't tell you how to do everything, because you'll never learn that way. You have to actually struggle and understand how things work. Like, I can't tell you to do this and that, and then tomorrow you're gonna ask the same question. So to do that, I would recommend you go to videos here, go to all of these mentoring sessions, because liquidity is explained in every single mentoring session. You watch, once you're done with this one, go to the next one. Once you're done with this one, go to the next one. They're all here with the green background, right? That's how you would understand how things are taught, because the same questions are being asked almost every session. So that would be my recommendation to you, Purity. So go to basically every video here with the green background, right? And that's how you would understand how that stuff works. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here. Solo is asking, how do you think the rest of the day will play out? So I think the day will play out bullish overall. However, I don't think it's going to be a smooth push to the upside. The reason for that is because Yellen is going to be speaking today, and Powell's going to be speaking. So when Powell speaks, I think price is going to go up. But for Yellen, I don't think, price might come down. So here, let me just give you guys, I'll do it here on the clean chart so that you guys can see it better. All right, so we got this right here, this right here, this right here. We do have liquidity on the top side. We have liquidity on the bottom side as well. Scroll back real quick. Okay, so what I think may happen here is, because you guys can see here, there's a lot of liquidity on the bottom end right here. I'm gonna have to go on a higher time frame, but yeah, I'm just gonna look on the, I'll leave it on here, but we'll just keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of liquidity on both sides. All right, so let me just color these right here. Okay, so as you can see, our bias here is very bullish, right? Retail sentiment is 67% short. Fundamentals are very strong. Heat map is super green. So I personally think price is going to swing back up. However, I don't think it's going to be a smooth move up because Powell's going to be speaking. So like literally the rest of the session, Powell's going to be speaking. So you're going to see some back and forth movement. Price might drop, might go up, might drop back again. But I think overall, by the end of the session, price might come down, test the, I think Yellen is speaking now, price is starting to dump, but price might bounce off here or the session's down here. Or the session's down here. I mean, there's a lot of sessions down here. I don't think it'll drop this far, it's too far, but I'll just draw that anyways. So let me go on the higher time frame real quick, 10. All right, so this is kind of what I see happening right here. I'm just on the higher time frame because it's easier to see, but like basically right here, you can see price is starting to drop a little bit. It'll probably hit liquidity, get down to the sessions right here, and then eventually it'll bounce right back up and hit all the liquidity up here. There's a lot of liquidity right here. So I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth movement as we get closer to Powell and Yellen speaking. As you can see right here, it's not a smooth move because everything is going to be manipulated by news within the next 3-4 hours. So looking at the news over here, we have Powell speaking at 8 o'clock and then he's speaking again at 10. So he can very well speak until like, I don't know, noon. But that's kind of what I see. That's kind of what I see playing out over here. So if you're looking for any entries, I would recommend looking for a buy. However, when Yellen speaks, don't be surprised if price spikes down and stops you out right away. She's speaking about 7 minutes. So her and Powell are speaking at the same time, actually. But yeah, overall, I do see a bullish move. So other than that, guys, I think that's it. Let me see if there's anything else here. Barack said, cheers, guys. I don't think there are any more reasonable entries coming. So see you tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, Barack. Definitely no problem solo. Alexander said, I joined a week ago and learned everything is needed on Sean's channel. Just watch mentorship sessions for theory and watch morning trading sessions for practice examples. And if you have any questions left, you can ask him in the next mentoring session. Yeah, definitely, Alexander. Thanks for that. So if you guys have any questions, I do recommend that you guys attend the mentoring sessions, right? Because they're very useful. You might not think that you have any questions, but other people will ask questions that you never thought you had. And it'll definitely help you with your understanding. So other than that, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's about to be 8 o'clock, so there's no other entries for us to take at the moment. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow morning for the next live session, and we will wrap up the week for April, I think week 3. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll pick back up on market open. So I'll see you guys.